Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Today we're going to go over how to draw a zombie. I'm going to go step by step what I do, and it's going to be kind of, I wouldn't say freestyle, but I don't know exactly what's going to come out, but I am going to draw a zombie for you, and I'm going to talk my way through it step by step so that you understand it, you can absorb it, you might even be able to follow along. So let's go over it. I'm going to be using this Prismacolor pencil, so it's a great pencil, and hopefully. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a circle for the skull shape, and I'm going to start pulling straight down the line right here for the center line of the face. I'm going to end it off right here at the chin. I'm going to pull back that for the jawline, and I'm going to pull that down for the neck. Simple, simple, simple shapes. You can just start with an oval if you want. You can start any which way you like. I just like starting like this to get stuff on the page. I know that sometimes, some people will start drawing and then they'll like start at the eye and then they'll go, but that could, especially toward the beginning if you're intermediate, even intermediate and down, even sometimes you're advanced, that could lead to everything go right off the page. And you're just like, dang, man, I spent so long really shading and rendering that eyeball and it doesn't even fit on the page. That sucks, you have to add like another page, and I've seen people do that, so forget that. But like I said, even I do that now. I do this kind of these really light proportional lines in order to find where I want things to be placed. It's gonna be the eye sockets. I put a line right here for the brow, right here under the nose, and then the mouth. Trying to find the side of the head, going down here, and I'm gonna pull the jaw in a little bit. What I'm doing right now is I'm finding the structure within the structure. I'm not going to draw an ear because I think when you're dead, like the ear falls off. But it's also an excuse not to draw the ear. I don't like it. I'm just kidding. So now what I'm going to do is I have my general structure right there, right? I know that's going to be on the page. And I'm going to have this eraser, it's just the back of like a regular pencil. I'm going to start right here with the furrow of the eyebrow. Furrow the eyebrow. I'm gonna draw kind of an open eyeball. I want make it seem like the eyelids, kind of fell off or start thinning out, over time. I don't know what I want this person to be dead of. Maybe they were, caught in the explosion, or not even that. Maybe they're just like, they inhaled some sort of deadly disease, like in Biohazard, right? And you just start to like fall apart, like leprosy or something. I'm gonna draw the nasal cavity because I love drawing that. I think it looks cool when the zombie's nose falls off. It has this like skull-like appearance. Draw the furrow right here in the eyebrows because you gotta be angry. Not always. Draw the far side eye, lid, eyeball, not really eyelid, right, the eyeball. And I want like a similar effect on that eye. And then I'm gonna draw the eye socket shape because it's turned to the right a little bit. Zygomatic arch. Cheekbone over here, basically another word for the zygomatic arch. And I'm gonna try to draw the tooth line here, kind of where the teeth meet. I'm trying to put that down there because it makes me feel more comfortable with space, with finding that stuff. Going up here to the skull area, going down. I'm gonna draw the iris and pupil. I know a cool effect I see in movies a lot is like the iris is kind of like dimmed out. I love that, but I'm not gonna do that for this drawing. Draw it on the far side eye as well. Finding the top side of the head here. And so right now I feel pretty safe, meaning like there's generally proportion. Back of the jaw here, Kind of drawing that a little bit darker. It's kind of hard to go dark with this thing. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying me, actually. It's a little bit hard to go to. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger, the back of the skull here. I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna draw the, I don't know, the hole that the ear, you know, used to be the ear, and now it fell off. I draw a little bit of kind of a shadow shape right here, or the Adam's apple here area. Drawing some lines here for kind of the dark area of that. So, if you're new to the channel, I'm going to be updating this through the year, once, maybe twice through the week. And I'm going to be drawing over kind of like horror elements or Halloween elements, or things like that that don't go out of fashion, you know, ever. So, I'm going to be doing that more so than straight up, you know, because I like this channel a lot, and I want to keep it active through the year. So please support it if you do want this channel to be more active, if you want me to be, you know, more on it. Definitely press the like button, because that will tell me that you like it, and I'll put more of it on there. More stuff on here. I'm about to do my first paid program, and I will talk about that later. I'll talk a little bit about it now. Basically, I'm going to do a paid program. The first thing ever I've done, by the way, paid. Everything I've done is almost entirely free. You know, like ebooks and stuff like that. But the first time ever, I'm going to put out a program. It's going to be an hour, basically, of me talking and giving you every single informational thing to help you to teach yourself. I already have something that's called Teach Yourself. It's like a little thing on my Gumroad, and it's like a little thing. It's like 24 videos, but they're 5 minutes each, and I break it up. But I'm going to make a much better version of that that is going to talk about how do you go about literally teaching yourself, and by that I mean not spending money, because that's what everybody is thinking about. How do I do this and I don't need to go to a class that costs blah blah blah, and how do I not have debt, or you know, or without just having to be somewhere? If you just kind of want to be an introvert and be at your house and figure this out, you know, first off, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, even self-taught people didn't figure that out. You know, they looked at books, they looked at, you know, Michelangelo, they looked at, you know, I mean, they looked at old artists that have figuring the trial and error yourself only without standing on the shoulders of giants. That's just dumb. That's not going to work. But luckily we have, you know, pretty inexpensive books and free resources online you can use, and I'm going to talk about how you can use those free resources from me and other people to literally teach yourself, because you know, how do you get that good on your own? I've seen it done many times, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about what you need to do. I'm going to talk about places to find the information, and I'm going to talk about how to practice, because that's the biggest part. How do you practice? How, you know, what separates someone who's brand new from someone who, you know, is not very good, or someone like, let's say they've both been drawing about 2 years. One person can be a professional in 2 years, and the other one is basically like a beginner and doesn't really do anything that well. You know, so what is the difference between them? It's usually their practice, and I'm going to go over exactly how to do it and how you can save that money. And I'm going to, you know, like I said, this is the first time ever. It's going to be like seminar format kind of. I'm going to talk about what to do, and it's going to be $14, and you know, that's the first paid thing ever, because I think it's worth it. $14 in place of what, an entire you know, moving somewhere and going to you know, $30,000 school or whatever, or $100,000. I think the Art Institute's $100,000, and sometimes you come out of it and you're not good either. You know, Art Institute, by the way. I don't know. That's just what I hear on and off, depending. So I really wanted to talk to you about ways to teach yourself, something that I really wanted back in the day. So that is kind of like what I'm doing. I'm making a program for myself. So what I'm doing right now, I'm noodling. I'm going to this dark area right here in the side of the cheek, you know, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the masseter a little bit. The masseter kind of straps up to into the actual forehead. I'm not going to draw that entirely, but I'm going to draw the bottom part of the masseter here. Masseter became famous with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if I said that already. You have this humongous masseter, the bodybuilder kind of thing. Drawing the bottom portion of the teeth here. And I'm going to go in with the... Actually, this thing has an eraser, but it has a yellow eraser. They're gross. I'm I'm going to try to erase this as much as I can, some of the construction lines, because I want them to not show as much. Although this is Prismacolor, and it seems to like there's almost not going back as well as like a regular pencil would go back. I mean, it kind of goes away a little bit. So, especially right here in that upper tooth section, that one really bothers me. Alright, so then we're going to go into here and I'm going to draw a few more kind of like detail areas, right? I'm going to draw little lines. Inside of the head. I'm going to draw some darks over here underneath far side eye. I want it to make it look angry, right? Because you want him to kind of be menacing. Usually the big thing is like bags into the eyes. I don't know why that's so scary, but it is. Really tired zombie. He's tired. A little bit darker here. Top portion of the zygomatic arch is showing. Lines on the forehead maybe, right here, across. Also, like I said, request anything you want. I'm going to be doing this through the year. Thank you all. Let's see. All these lines around here. Right here where the teeth attach into the tooth cylinder, kind of drawing into that. More lines, kind of underneath. What I'm doing is I'm really trying to pull darks from here to kind of create a focus. Like within this nasal cavity, I'm going to make that as dark as I can. It's kind of hard to go dark with this particular Prismacolor pencil, I don't know why. They're really good at blending, I would say, the Prismacolor. Going dark, not so much, at least this one. A little bit more dark here. A lot of dark is created from the cavity of the kind of eye socket there. So anything with a cavity usually, because the light source comes from above almost always. Menacing light source, which I will go over at some point on a different video, is kind of like down up. It makes something look more menacing and scary. You see that light in movies a lot as well. Don't know what it is about that light source that makes it scary. I'm not sure, but there is. Side. And I could noodle around this forever, actually. I could just keep going. Ding, 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 ding. Throwing little lines. A lot of them are directional. I'm thinking of the actual like front of the forehead, and I'm drawing the lines across that. Thinking about that kind of shape across. And a little bit more dark over here as well, kind of underneath the zygomatic arch. Maybe put like a missing tooth in here. A couple of missing teeth over here on the side. And yeah, that's kind of how you draw a zombie, and that's kind of how I'm doing this right now. Is my thought process, I'm trying to talk my way through the whole thing, is I'm thinking of the overall image first, the kind of general form and shape of things, and then right there I'm going into small details after what. You always have to draw more complex. Sorry, you have to draw more simple and then edge your way into the complex if you want correct placement. That's a general rule. Obviously, rules are maybe broken. People break it all the time. If you ever see Kim Jong-gi, I think that's his name, He's an artist. That guy draws like just small details, and he'll just make this picture. He's an exception. And when you get good enough, you can kind of just make, obviously, exceptions to the rules all the time. But when you're starting out, you start with large shapes too complicated. I really hope this helped you out. I really do. If you have any questions, like I said, post them in the comments. I reply to every single comment, guys. Every single comment I will reply to. So don't be afraid to ask, and I'll make whole videos on stuff. So I really want to make this channel, float over through the year, because the way this channel normally works is through Halloween, it explodes through Halloween. And then after Halloween, it's like, because I wasn't active on it, I'm like, why do you want to see Halloween videos inside of Halloween? But this time, if, like I said, just making like kind of a horror, kind of scary channel, I really want to keep it active. So, like I said, best way to do that, best gift to me would be to share the video on Facebook or Twitter and be like, oh, this is cool, I saw this, this is the video I'm watching, this is the video I'm currently watching. That stuff helps immensely. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video, and I'll talk about that program I was talking about earlier that I got cut off by. So have a good one. Happy drawing, everyone. I love it.